Overflowing Goodness by Susanna Foth Ottman. I live in California, and every decade or so we experience drought. The rain stops, the hills turn brown, summer brush fires break out, and cities clamp down on water usage. Residents are asked to let their front lawns suffer to save water. Instead of having lush green patches of grass lining the streets, everyone starts cultivating rock gardens and succulents to keep their properties looking well tended. Water is precious. Water is life. And Jesus is the living water. We need a constant flow of His love and grace to nurture growth. We need His refreshing truth and life-altering forgiveness. The overflow of His goodness lets us flourish in every way. There have been long seasons in my life when my faith has felt dry and dusty. Hope has hardened into doubt. Grief, financial difficulties, and the general stresses of life have drained me of His presence. I have felt like my spirit is one of those parched patches of California earth. But Jesus never looks at my hard heart and says, "Oh man, she will never grow again." He never says, "I'm done with her. She has failed me one too many times." Instead, He says, "I am right here. Come find me and never thirst again." Jesus is all about life, restoration, and new growth. Dry seasons are a part of this life, but He is always waiting to fill me up with His refreshing presence.
John 4. Now Jesus learned that the Pharisees had heard that He was gaining and baptizing more disciples than John, although in fact it was not Jesus who baptized but His disciples. So He left Judea and went back once more to Galilee. Now He had to go through Samaria. So He came to a town in Samaria called Sychar, near the plot of ground Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired as He was from the journey, sat down by the well. It was about noon. When a Samaritan woman came to draw water, Jesus said to her, "Will you give me a drink?" His disciples had gone into the town to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to Him, "You are a Jew, and I am a Samaritan woman. How can you ask me for a drink?" For Jews do not associate with Samaritans. Jesus answered her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asks you for a drink, you would have asked Him, and He would have given you living water." "Sir," the woman said, "you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. Where can you get this living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself, as did also his sons and his livestock?" Jesus answered, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life." The woman said to Him, "Sir, give me this water so that I won't get thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw water." He told her, "Go, call your husband and come back." "I have no husband," she replied. Jesus said to her, "You are right when you say you have no husband. The fact is you have had 5 husbands, and the man you now have is not your husband. What you have just said is quite true." "Sir," the woman said, "I can see that you are a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews claim that the place where we must worship is in Jerusalem." "Woman," Jesus replied, "believe me, a time is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You Samaritans worship what you do not know. We worship what we do know, for salvation is from the Jews. Yet a time is coming, and has now come, when the true worshippers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth, for they are the kind of worshippers the Father seeks. God is spirit, and his worshippers must worship in the spirit and in truth." The woman said, "I know that Messiah, called Christ, is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us." Then Jesus declared, "I, the one speaking to you, I am he."